All right, this is J.F.E. Productions and a series I've been thinking about starting that I'm now gonna debut. I'm naming it Interesting Interstates. And one interstate that has really always intrigued me is I-585 in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So here's your route, and it connects Spartanburg downtown area to I-85 and what used to be I-85 business. It goes from here all the way up to around here. And it completely follows 176, which just keeps on going up. Now, the portion in red was constructed in 1958, and it just connected what was originally I-85 to Spartanburg, so you could get into town easily. And when they built the bypass in the 90s, they decided that they wanted to connect this to the bypass. So this bit right here was upgraded from US 176 to a freeway in 2006. And here's some more general information. 3.5 miles long, built 1958-2006, and it crosses US 176, I-85, Business 85, 221, and Highway 9. And this just says 3.5 miles in about 4 minutes according to GPS. And here's a bridge showing the construction year. And here's another bridge also showing the construction year, 1958-2006. Now, one thing that's interesting is 585 does not have its own mileage. It shares mileage with US 176. So instead of exits 1, 2, 3, it's 24, 25 in the 20s because 176 goes from North Carolina all the way down here. And 176, in fact, runs completely concurrently for the entire length. Here's the exit at Business 85 at the Milk and Interchange. It shows 58576, 176. And here's a reassurance marker, North 585, West 176. Another weird thing about the upstate where all the interstates go like the exact opposite direction that you'd think they go compared to US highways. And here's some quirky things about I-585. Signage is a different style for some signs. I love this original sign. It was like 3D and it has the reflectors on it to reflect the light. There are a few signs like this, mainly at these two exits, 25 A and B. And this is going northbound. This is the same sign going southbound that they've upgraded when they got rid of the weave at the interchange. And I just feel like this sign has a lot more like character in it. It looks really cool. And I hope that if they end up replacing it, they replace it with a sign with a similar style. It's kind of like a historical marker type deal. But this sign doesn't look terrible either. Both look good. I like them both. And another thing about this interstate and a lot of highways in South Carolina is bridge clearances. Because South Carolina built them when the clearance standards were below 16 feet, when they were 14 feet. But it's weird that this bridge was 13 foot, 10 inches. It was below 14 feet, which is below federal clearance for like a U.S. highway anyway. And consequently, it got hit a couple of years ago, and this happened because a truck rammed into it. And it's good that no one was hurt and that this didn't fall over. But they quickly removed that and rebuilt this bridge to this really nice looking bridge. Has the S for Spartanburg. It's blue and 17 foot 7. It's above 16 foot. So clearance is good. Now for other bridges, they could not just replace the bridge that costs too much money. So, for instance, this bridge, which carries Highway 9, they decided to lift it. And when I switch this photo, you can see where they added on a little bit of concrete and lifted the bridge. It's higher compared to this one. And that makes it so the bridges are correct heights and trucks can go under safely. Now, this interchange is always interesting to me with Business 85, how they never built the loop ramp here. So if you want to go from Business 85 northbound to 585 northbound, you have to get off at this frontage road, turn around, go up, and turn around up here and go this way, which I've always thought was interesting. Because this wasn't interstate, this was just US highway for a while. And so this was where it ended at when this used to be I-85. And eventually they built new A5, so they extended it. So now I'm going to talk about the portion where they extended it, which for some reason drops the mileage. No more exit numbers, it just says exit here. And I always think that this area, it's really nice, but it's very overbuilt compared to the other section. Like you got flyovers here. Over here you have 3 lanes going through and a 4th lane right here. And this part, the speed limit never goes up. It's still 55, which it should really be like 65 with the amount of lanes it has and how wide it is and modern. It's one of the newer interstates in South Carolina. And then you abruptly stop at traffic lights on the interstate. It ends at a diamond interchange. And then there's this signalized intersection right before. And you can see that here at Valley Falls Road, traffic lights on the interstate. And over there's the 85 sign. And then here's more traffic lights. US 176 goes straight, 85 south, you turn left. And then here's the sign on 85 when you get off. 585 does not start till after the first intersection. So it says 2585. And then sign for Spartanburg. And then here is the sign showing that it's not 585 yet. When you get off, it's still signed 176 until you cross the traffic light. Then it gets the interstate designation. Now, I always like to speculate, so I made a fairly crude drawing of what an interchange could have looked like, because they could have ended the interstate over here at 56, where 56 merges with 176. So I just drew this up really quick. This is kind of what an interchange could have looked like. You'd have your loop ramp, and then off ramp, on ramp, loop ramp off, and then here you have your on ramp, off ramp. Here you'd get a flyover ramp, and the only thing, at least on this idea I made, would be like a weave here, but it'd be fine because not many people would be going this way since they could just take 26 to the same place. And it's always interesting that South Carolina decided not to make this into an interchange. They left this as a diamond, which is very weird. So this is what it is. Could have been something like this. Could have been bigger. Who knows? But yeah, 585, very weird interstate, but very neat just to see what it looks like. And thanks for watching. If you have any more thoughts about this interstate, comment. I'm excited to introduce this video series, see what happens. I'll probably do a few more roads that I like, maybe some non-interstate roads. I'll see what I feel. And yeah, thanks for watching.